Good evening and welcome once again to an evening with. It's Thursday. I know I had to check because, as you may be aware, the UK has gone into lockdown again. So instead of having a day off on Wednesday when I normally do, I was at work on Wednesday and I'm off today and for the next month. But it's confused me completely knowing working on a Wednesday and then doing the Wednesday night stream and then not working today and doing this today. It just doesn't feel right at all. But hello and welcome to all of you. It's quite busy backstage here. I would say it's quite busy, but look, we've got Lewis, but we haven't, because he is here, but he's not here as well. I don't know. Yeah, he sort of was and then wasn't. Hang about. I've not got the names on. I'll put the names on again. I took the names off. Yeah, Lewis is here, but he's not here. But you know, we also have Dan.
Hey.
We also have not Dave.
Hello.
And
I'm good.
Dave, we've got Colin as well.
Oh, sorry, I was just
just to ring up. It's time to bring him in.
I was just having a swig of tea, not paying attention. Hello, folks.
Not paying attention is my default setting. So yeah. So hello everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. Right, mate.
Hello, Colin. You all right?
Oh.
Yeah. Hello, Lewis. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Lewis. Hello, Dan.
Hey,
Hello, Dan.
Hello, Colin. Hello, Chris. Hello, Fox.
And I think we still got is that still not Dave in the corner there?
Yeah, I'm
not
still
Dave.
not
He's
Dave.
next to you, in fact. Yeah.
I was not Dave last night. I'm still not Dave tonight.
You did very well.
Yeah. Now, Dad was
Consistency.
watching Scaly Models, and he said the audio sounded weird when the music was playing. I did quickly check it, and it seemed okay to me. But
Yeah.
if it is strange, do let me know, because I can't do anything about it. But it's nice to know these
Sometimes, it
things.
sometimes sounds like it's down a mobile phone. Sometimes.
Yeah. Out of interest, how's my microphone audio tonight?
A little quiet, but all right.
Yeah.
A little quiet still.
It seems pretty similar to
now
everybody else.
staticky.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently, I've got controls over that sort of thing now.
Yeah, I've been
Let me
having mic
just have a look.
issues ever since StreamYard did their beta upgrade with the background and the microphones. It knocks me audio right down for some reason.
No, there's a new setting on the StreamYard for automatically adjust mic volume.
Yeah,
Which
I
seems
played
to
with
be
it
set
yesterday.
for
That's
everybody.
rarely a good thing.
Colin,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that somebody didn't watch our stream yesterday.
Yeah, I played with that yesterday during
Yeah,
the
I
stream,
didn't
Chris,
watch. I
but
watched
you
some of
didn't.
it, but then I
but you
drifted
didn't
away and did
watch
other
it,
things.
clearly.
But
He's
you know, when I
not-
did the whole thing about I was working. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a team player, Fox, is he, mate?
No, there's no I in team or Chris.
No.
Wait a minute. Let me let me just
there is
tidy
a
up
me.
things. There we go. That's cured that problem.
All right, mate. Yeah, I'm going to do away with the amplifier that's between my microphone and my sound card over the next couple of days to see if that
Oh,
resolves
right, yep.
it. So.
Oh, that could be a problem. No, it could
Might
be.
help. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a sixth, which makes it nice because that balances the screen a bit better. Ross is with
Ooh.
us.
Hey, Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Hello, Ross.
Hello, Ross.
How are you doing?
Hi, Fox.
Hello.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Lewis.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're all really busy at the bench, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all lies. Oh, I'm knocking the camera. Hello.
Well, everyone's looking at the camera except for Fox, but we won't worry about that. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't want to see my face in public on anything outside of a Monday night. It's just not worth the pain.
See, everybody's in the chat. Let's see. Fox was saying dad.
Of course I was.
Muse is saying hello to Colin. Colin saying hello to everybody. Fox is saying hello to Colin. Dad's saying hello to Muse. Right, there we go. I think that's.
All right.
Then we've got what have we got? We have Edwardson. Edwardson. Hello, everyone. Evening and welcome.
Edward,
If I've missed anybody above that, apologies. But
you missed everybody above that.
Shane says good evening, Chris and everyone.
Hello, Shane.
I see
this is
Mayhem's
all right,
changed
mate.
his name. He changed his name earlier on today. Now he's not Model Making Mayhem. It's Mayhem Model Works.
Oh, we changed it yesterday.
Yeah,
Was
it
it
was
yesterday?
in our
Was it?
stream
See, I
yesterday
didn't
under the
catch
new
yesterday.
banner.
See.
You're totally out of the loop now, Chris, because you missed all the interesting stuff yesterday.
I just
You
sit
don't know
quietly
anything.
and let you lot talk about things. That's fine.
Just leave it to me and Cobb. We'll keep the show
Yeah,
going. You
don't
go
leave
make,
it to me and Fox, mate, because you won't get a word in edgeways.
yeah, you
mate.
go make yourself a cup of
Fox
tea.
says no
We'll-
more finger words because he's using his mouth words
Yeah.
now, so that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you just go back to sleep, Chris, and me and Col will keep the stream going for you.
Okay.
We
Lewis
know
is
what we're
invisible.
Now he's back now.
I'm here.
Dan without a hat and Colin with his usual hat. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
normal.
I've got a plethora
It's-
of hats. I have me
You've got what now?
hat
You
from
might put his
Monday.
glasses on. Yeah.
Did you just use a bit more, Col?
I always
Well,
thought you
mate.
just put glasses on the same hat. I didn't realize you had a totally second one.
No, it's a completely different hat.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
it's a steampunk version of the other hat, which is also steampunk, but without the goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, the goggles are underneath.
If you're doing steampunk and you've not got goggles, you go home.
Plastic
Absolutely,
Monkey's here
mate.
saying evening all. Dave's about in the chat saying evening all. So that's actual Dave, not Dave. That's Dave.
Yeah, he just sent me a brilliant video. Cheers, Dave. That was brilliant, mate.
I won't ask.
No, it's perfectly. It's a load of.
Oh, it's not one of those. Okay.
Well-known musicians doing a lockdown song, and it's mate. It's
Wait, hang on. If
Oh,
Dave's if Dave's in the chat and I'm being not Dave, is that some kind of like weird universe breaking thing?
No, that's Dave
Yes.
Barker, Butcher That Model, that sent me the video.
Oh, that Dave, little
Yeah, you
Dave.
were on about
Different
Dave.
Dave.
Not the other Dave. No,
I
it's
wasn't
Dave,
sure of that either.
Dave.
So it's just a wee little tiny fella.
Andrew Preston says, "Hi everyone, a bit late." Yeah, all right. I'm being told off for not keeping up, but you know.
Yeah.
And Scott's here. Good evening.
Let's go.
Hey.
So, how's everybody been? I know I won't ask what's been happening since yesterday because I need to go back further than that. So,
I think you should ask what's been happening since
what's
yesterday.
been happening since before yesterday? Anyone got any news or anything you want to show off or do stuff or?
It's
Colin,
been more
you'd like to-
apocalyptic wasteland than usual here.
Has now arrived.
Hang on, there's like 4 different conversations at the same time there.
Tell you what, we'll start one at a time. So Lewis is the first one on my list, so I'll nearly click the remove button. I won't click the remove button.
That's like Colin sent me a thing yesterday, and I'm like, I'll just download it, delete. Oh, fudge.
Yeah, and it was that
Let me
awkward
do that,
message.
and then I can switch around and put Lewis there. There we go. We can still
Okay.
stick on the side. So, Lewis, how you been? What you been up to?
I've been at work. I
Yay.
was up at midnight, started work at 2, got on the road at 4:30 this morning, and finished at 4.
Can you not work from home? Joke.
I've tried, but they said, yeah, if you've got somewhere to store 26 pallets of stock at +3.
Yeah.
But I don't
Stick
think
them in
my
the
fridge is
stick
big
'em in the
enough.
bathroom. Nobody will notice. Put them behind the door in the bathroom.
I don't think
Webcam on the
Bob would
dashboard.
appreciate it if
remote
he said
control.
I'm playing Truck Simulator.
Can you not just? They have to say to you, listen, you're gonna have to just sit in the truck in your driveway and just make truck noises. They'll pay you, but you know.
I did it once when I was with Turners. I brought the truck home and I slept out on the driveway.
What
Oh,
did you?
dear.
What did you do?
No, I was. There was a place just down the road that I was collecting from in the morning, and I said to my planners, I said, "Well, I may as well just take the truck home." So I said, "Okay." So I took it home, brought it home.
It's
Sat
the
it on
look
the
on the
drive.
neighbour's face, isn't it, when you pull up with faulty
It was
foot
Nat's
behind
face when she tried reversing in down the side of it. She had loads of room, but she still took 2 or 3 shunts and then still scraped the alloys down the curve.
Oh,
No, love you.
Michael Stillman's here again. Good evening, welcome.
Welcome, Michael.
Evening,
Philip's here
Michael.
as well, Primetime Modelling.
Evening, Phil.
So,
Welcome,
yeah,
Phil.
everybody come along. Say hello. Right, that was that. Next on my list there is Dan, so I can drag him across and make him big screen. There we go.
Hey.
What's new in your life?
Well, over here in the US, it's a bigger hellscape than usual. So
yeah,
well,
there was
watching
something going
CNN.
on, but we're not. You know.
yeah.
I've been
it's,
watching CNN for the last 2 days non-stop. That's why I built
Oh,
like 5
mate, it's
models
been
in the last 2
brilliant.
days.
You know what?
CNN.
I've been watching BBC for my coverage of it.
I wouldn't bother. They're well out of date. They've got 10. They've got 10 less count on theirs.
I wouldn't say,
But they also
CNN are
don't have a
biased
stake
at
in the
all.
game.
Yeah.
So
No,
I
that's
trust it more.
That's true. It's just that I don't have a particular liking of CNN. It's just their coverage was a bit more interesting than BBC.
Yeah, they're a bit biased though.
Yeah,
It's
they are a
just,
bit biased.
It's like, yeah,
Everyone's
I
a
wonder
bit
who you're
biased
rooting
somewhere
for.
or another.
Everybody's got a point of view, and so that's why I went
Mm-hmm.
outside the country to get
Yeah.
some sort of
Yeah, but the
raw
BBC
data.
have got a point of view as well. So,
They just interview
Vamp's
people
here
in
as
their
well.
front room.
Evening, children, says Vamp. Welcome.
Hey,
Hello,
Vampy. How you doing?
What's happening there? All right, yeah. Muse is saying the numbers mean nothing until count is finished. All just a
Yep.
circus
Yeah.
show for the time being. Yeah, we're just watching it for the amusement because
Absolutely.
you know.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get to be amused by it.
at the
Well,
end
we're
of the
sort of
day,
The
bit
rest of us
scared,
get to be
but, yeah.
horrified.
No, we
Yeah.
feel the terror too, mate. We feel the sheer terror constantly for the last 4 years. Just as much.
the people that are suffering at the end of the day, and let's just have a bit of calm because we're going through enough as it is, isn't we? You know.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
that's what's been happening in your world then. Next up, we have Fox, or not Dave, should I say?
Hello.
I know you finished the car thing in the middle of the night.
Oh yes, one of my CNN builds. No, yes, I finished my. Well, I wasn't really in the mood for building and painting and filming, so I just thought I'll just carry on building the whatever the hell I can't remember what the hell it's called. Boom, no, not the
Booster
boom.
Blaster.
Orc car.
Custom
Booster
booster
Blaster.
blaster.
I can't get the names right. Yeah, so I thought I'll just build that, and it's just kind of. I wasn't in the frame of mind to film, so just did that. But not been up to a lot this week. Done a little bit of work on the Lehman Russ. Been building these things. And just domestic stuff. So there you go. That's it, really. Did a live stream today for the fun. Because something to do, wasn't it?
Things to do, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have Colin.
Yeah, I've been building that. Turn it
been
up,
building it upside
turn it
down.
up the
No,
right
no,
way,
no.
you Burke. There you
He's
go.
Australian.
Yeah.
Oh, fire truck. Cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's to go with that paddy wagon build that me and Not Dave have been doing.
Yep.
So I started that yesterday with my co-host that come and joined me yesterday. So that's all I've been doing.
Yep.
Bit of assembly
there,
on
innit?
that.
He
So,
did do
yeah.
more than I did. I did like 3 bits, and he did all that.
Yeah, we just started gooning around in the end, didn't we?
I was too busy pretending to be Dave. But I couldn't think of anything to wibble about, so I was constantly on this hunt for wibbles, and it got in the
Yeah,
way.
you did have a go at wibbling, and I must admit, you held your own, mate. You did really well. Proud of you.
I'm not in the same league as Dave, though. But...
Oh, no,
No,
obviously,
even if you are, high on your debt, then yeah.
Oh God, dear Lord, yes.
yeah. Yeah,
And the
that's
last one down the bottom, not the last one, just the last one on the list is Ross. How you doing, Ross? Not very well by the sounds of it.
You're-
Looks like you're on stop motion animation.
Yeah.
Oh well, if
Well,
you're about,
well,
yes, feel free to chip in. But if you're quiet, then we'll know why it is.
Oh yeah,
And then there's me. This week I've been doing stuff and things, and I haven't got any kits to show you.
The Australian one.
Today I've been mostly sitting fixing my 3D printer that I haven't used for the last year, and managed to actually get it working again now, and did a bit
Nice.
of printing today. Nothing terribly interesting. I printed some extra earpiece headphone things for my VR headset.
Oh, is that what they were?
That's what they were. They haven't got any electronics in them.
They weren't the things that we were saying they were, which I won't mention out loud on the
they're
television.
not
no,
those
no,
things.
they weren't them, Fox.
It is them.
Ah.
Oh, that's highly profesh.
So
Nice.
they move and everything,
Do they
but they
take
haven't
the
got any
little
electronics in
pods,
them.
do
The headset has got speakers that come out in the visor thing, which are quite
Yeah.
good. But these sort of funnel it down into your ear holes.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
you're porting the sound, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helps focus it. What
So I
kind of
tried it just
headset is
before I
that?
went live, and it works. It makes it all a lot louder and a lot better sounding. So I'm quite happy with my day's printing.
Cool.
Tomorrow I've got another couple of things I want to print, little brackets and stuff. Now I've got it working. I might as well put it to use.
Oh, you've got the bug back.
Is it
Pretty much,
like
yeah. I've only got a list of 3 or 4 things that I want to print, but some of them are like 4 or 5 hours. So
Yeah.
Is it like a car that if you don't go anywhere near it for 6 months, it just dies, and you have to like recalibrate it
I
and
don't think
rebuild it?
so, but it might be. I don't know. I did have to. I can't reach it very easily because now I've got the new setup for doing other stuff. The printer's sort of over the background there, so I have to sort of move things to get round to it. But
Yeah.
I can set it going tomorrow morning and
The
see
only
what
time
happens.
you have to recalibrate really is if you inadvertently lean on the print bed as you're reaching for something, and it's like,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's not like
printed that for months, and I used it again recently, and it was fine.
yeah.
Is
I
that just
find
me
mine-
with old cars that if I don't drive for a month, it just everything breaks and I have to get the whole car rebuilt? Is that just me?
It might be.
I might just have cars.
Yeah.
You've got to fix.
Thankfully,
or
you have
repair
nowhere to
daily,
drive
haven't
to.
you?
I've got what?
You've got to fix or repair daily, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I had a rubbishy battery. I think that was the problem. But whatever car I've ever had, it's always been a case of if I don't drive it for a month, something breaks and then I panic.
Yeah. Oh, Ross is back. Hello, mate.
Ross is back. He dropped out, but he's come back. But whether he's actually back, we'll find out.
Yeah.
It certainly seems to be moving around now. So let's have a look. Hi, Ross.
Hey.
Yeah.
How you been and what you been up to?
Yay. I'm here. Yeah. Well, other than doing the Venom Walker, which I've now completed, and just to mention for Colin to know that the all the 5D pictures have now arrived.
Oh, brilliant. Happy days, mate.
So hopefully we should hopefully get them all out in the post either this weekend coming or by the following weekend.
Yeah,
If
no
all
worries,
goes well,
mate.
touch wood.
Yeah, if people just PM me when they've got them, and then we can sort.
But
out
yeah, they're all
a,
here now, so
schedule.
I've got them. What have I got? Sorry.
they'll be suitably taped up tight so that nobody can peek into them before the actual live show.
Yes, yes.
I'm
There's no
looking forward
peeking
to
allowed.
seeing that so I can laugh at her.
Yeah, I know you.
The look
will
on
be.
all your
You've got a-
faces when you open them, I think, can be quite interesting.
Yeah, I've got some loose change for the fudge sticks and broom
Well,
handles.
it's only a little one.
Yeah, I've heard I've been tucked up like a kipper.
What is,
Yeah,
what is
it's
this
only a
you're
little
talking
one.
about?
By something like it's it's
What
a 5D picture thing we're doing for I think it's for Heroes, isn't it? I think, Colin.
Models for heroes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I got you.
Heroes with an H.
Heroes with an
Yeah,
H.
it's,
So we're
it's
doing
one
a
of
smaller
those
one.
where 5-scale
Yeah.
modelers are venturing into the world of diamond art as a little boost for the ladies that do their channels and that, and it's just a way of trying to bring hobbies together but do something good with it as well.
So if he sent you like a 6-foot picture of like unicorns and dolphins then or something?
Yeah, he apparently has stitched me up royally, mate. So
Oh, we like that.
It's either going to be a
But
polar
it's
bear in
only
a snowstorm, or
It's
It'll be-
only
it'll be-
540.
I'm going to have a diamond art hat. I know I am. It's going
It'll
to be
be that-
with beard and
It'll be
everywhere.
that 4-foot square picture of beans.
Yeah, or the bottom of a coal mine in a power cut. Or
The thing is,
something.
though, you've actually got to deal with square drill.
Sorry.
But these ones are actually all square drill. So where you've done your one, Chris, which was your little round ones, this ones are actually square. So you've got to get them lined up properly before otherwise the picture goes skewy.
It's the expert difficulty level.
So he's going to be.
So it's a tiny
I
Roman
think there's going to be
mosaic.
some swear bottling.
Oh, my OCD is going to go mad.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And there's probably somewhere on each picture, I think there's something like 2 million diamonds on each picture.
You can go off some people, can't you?
So you've got about 2 million beads to put on, so you should keep it going for a little while.
2 million beads. Gee whiz. Not my stream, don't swear.
Yeah.
Muse is saying she can't wait for this. So yeah, you've got at least one viewer going to be watching it.
Yeah, it's one of them. You sit there and you think, why did I suggest?
Why did I start this? Yeah, the Darth Vader one that I'm doing takes it's not difficult. It's not hard to do, but it just takes so much time to do. So
Not that I want to discourage you, Cole, but one of my friends is an actual artist.
Yeah.
And she does basically big 10-foot square portraits made out of hole punch dots.
Oh right, yeah.
And typical one of her pictures might contain maybe a couple of million dots. It's about
Well, I
6
just
months' work.
completed one the other day.
Yeah, for some reason, one of the participants said to me, "Do you think we'll get it done in one live show?" And I'm like,
How about just one life? No. Of course, she does sell them for like 25 grand a pop, so you might have some money in it if you do a good
mate,
job.
I think I'll get about 25 pence for mine, mate.
Ooh, that's
that much
5
profit. Yay.
in today's money. That's 5 penny shoes.
Athel's saying that if I've got a Smith's shop near me, he picked up a catalogue today and they've got a Lego Fat Boy Harley Davidson motorcycle.
Oh,
No,
There's one not a million miles away, but they'll be shut.
it might take a few more than that.
Well, and I would assume toy shops are non-essential retail.
yeah, kind of lockdown at the moment.
Yeah, nobody's going to be buying anything like that for a month.
That's Smith's
Yeah.
Toys. Is that the toy shop Smith's?
Smith's, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a click and collect thing. So you like order it online and they'll either deliver it or you go and collect it from
They do like click and collect things are still around, don't they? But
yeah.
B3 says he's built that Lego Harley. Nice.
Hello, what was that?
That was my chair on his.
Yeah, I believe you. Muse says gems all over the place and many swears. I would expect quite possibly, yeah.
Swearing? No such nonsense.
Yeah, it's going to be a late show for that.
I should warn you, by the way, when I made my dinner, I made a significant amount of cabbage.
Oh dear.
Is that why he's gone? What? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, didn't
He just blasted himself
That
right
much
off the
cabbage that he's
screen.
been banned, apparently.
Yeah, we're not going to give him the finger of shame, Chris, are we, for doing the 10?
Gemma says she's done a square diamond art. Cursed a lot, couldn't line them up fully.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look who's
still
back.
not, Dave.
Why
Did
do I
you
always,
do a 10?
Yeah, you
Finger
don't
of
press the
shame?
wrong button, didn't you? Finger of shame. Yeah.
why do I always fall out of a StreamYard stream at least once?
A couple of people happened to me last night on the Patreon one I did, Fox. It's an issue with
Ross has dropped
Chrome
out as well,
StreamYard.
but he didn't have a great connection anyway.
Every
so-
time I join a stream, I always fall out at least once. It's very
Yeah.
strange. Very strange. It's Chris's fault.
Obviously, because I was doing it yesterday as well.
Yes.
B3 says surely Fox would prefer diamond art if it was triangles.
If it was what?
Triangles.
Triangles. You can't really go wrong with triangles. You can.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they should invent a diamond art where it's all rhombuses.
I bet you would do a diamond art of Craft's son if it was there.
How adorable is Craft's son?
Oh, mate, yeah. Sorry for the time of day I messaged you, but it was like 6 a.m. and I'm like, I've just watched it and then I thought, I've just messaged him and he's going to be opening one eye gun. I'm going to kill him.
No, I was still. I was oddly. I was still up. It's quite bad.
Yeah,
really.
same here. Well, I must have been because I messaged you.
Yeah. How absolutely adorable. Nobody will know what we're talking about, but oh my life.
Oh, it's adorable.
I've watched a couple of them, and it just doesn't do it for me.
Oh,
just haven't-
Craft Son. It's
That's
like,
because you're a heathen. Well, if you don't know what we're talking about, the channel, the Craftsman channel. He's like a real mellow crafts guy, and he has a puppet that represents him because you never see his face. But he mentions his son every now and then, and on the latest video, his son makes an appearance just as a similarly looking but smaller puppet, and it's just so adorable.
Yeah.
It's literally the best thing I've ever seen with all the eyes on my face.
We normally
Craftsman is
watch
all
this
called.
when we're extremely tired. Now,
Yeah,
we're easily pleased.
we're big grown men watching puppets do craft. It's the way of things.
Rossi's in the chat now. He says my internet keeps cutting out, so I'll just watch.
All right.
Oh,
Not a problem, but yeah.
you're allowed to type in big words in big capitals all the time then, just to make up for it.
Absolutely, yeah. Jacqueline's watching. She says she's looking forward to something. The square diamond art, I think it must have been. 'cause
Oh
she was
yeah,
referring to Gemma, but,
She's coming in on the diamond art thing with us. So yeah.
Oh,
I
right.
love how you're so specific, Chris. Yeah, she's looking forward to something. I don't know.
Well, it just says I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean.
So I don't know what that was in relation to, because the last comment from Gemma was saying that square diamond art isn't fun. I cursed a lot as I couldn't line them up fully. So yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but I suppose I'll be thinking of it a lot now, won't I?
Make
Next
sure you've got
challenge.
multiple post-it notes saying don't swear.
Next challenge: diamond art tubes.
I'm sure I can come up with some kind of gadget that will do it for me.
Yes, Dave. Get Dave to do it.
Just
Not some
bring
sort of
the wife-
robot just to
bring
roll
the
across the
wife in and
page.
Say, wear the hat.
I have a special gadget. I posted to Dave, and Dave swears a lot. And then does it.
I just got.
Mew says, I suppose I should go and get Dad from work. If he's sitting there waiting for you, then yes, probably you should.
It would be the nice thing. It would be the nice thing to do, wouldn't it? Mayhem Modelworks says we'll watch the
Be
ball.
back if you're still here, as we have to go shopping too. Yeah, well, we'll be here for another hour-ish, so
Yeah.
maybe not. But
My,
not,
my
we'll see you another
apologies.
time.
Shop fast.
I started reading chat like it's my stream. Then I do apologise.
I don't
did
care. You
that-
can. I'll just sit back.
You
It's fine.
did that yesterday as well, and I was like, "Oh, this is great."
I was like, oh wait, no, it's not my stream. Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
I was like, "Feet up! Oh, this is brilliant! I'll have to get him on more."
Yeah, now you know why Chris is dead quiet on eModels live shows on the Monday show, because he just sits there and lets us get on with it.
yeah, we don't let him get a word in, do we? When we get going.
Nah, not really. And you know why? Because all our words are much better.
If I can pronounce them properly, yeah.
You've got the best southern words, and I've got the best northern words, and together we kind of mix in the middle and kind of make Birmingham. That's not that good, actually. I'm thinking about it now.
No, you don't want to
Yeah,
meet in
because
Birmingham.
Apparently, I've got a slight accent. You might have noticed.
Nobody wants to meet in Birmingham.
I
But if you combine me and you get all right.
Yeah. Right.
You want one of my
Could be good.
pies? You right?
Yeah.
I think I've told the story before, but you might not have heard it. But I used to work with a girl who she was a lovely girl, and she started seeing this bloke, and she was dead made up about it. And then a week later, she said, "I've had to dump him." She was in tears. I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, he told me he loved me," and I'm like, "Why? Why is that a bad thing?" And she went, "He's a brummie," and he's like, "Oh, really love you?" And she said, "I just couldn't stop laughing," and then he got really angry, so it didn't work out. I was like, "Oh no, poor bloke." Oh, love you.
Hugo's here. Hello, everyone.
Hugo.
Good evening, Hugo. Welcome.
Oh, Hugo.
Ross says there is 9 people taking part, but to make Colin feel better, mine is the biggest one.
Ooh,
Oh, good man.
I knew a
I
film
don't
like that
know.
once.
I don't feel your pain at all.
75 by 60. That's probably quite big. I think the one I was doing was quite big, and that was like 30 by 40
Wait, we need units because that could be yards or anything.
yeah.
centimeters.
Is that how many
Kilometers.
dots across, or
How many parsecs?
No, how many centimeters? It says 75
Centimetres,
centimeters by
centimetres,
60.
isn't
So
it?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's also centimeters. So it's quite tall.
okay?
Yeah, it's really making me feel great now.
You love it.
You've been doing them already, haven't you? You've started doing one.
Yeah, I've made a start to have a go on one that because I do a patron stream, they all ganged up on me in my patron stream and demanded I start my diamond art, and then awarded me loads of brownie points. So I just carried on.
You've got the light backing tray thing, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, I've got a light
Does
bulb.
that make it easier? Is that a good
Yeah, it
purchase?
does, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Yeah, I'm a man of a certain age, and the old eyesight, you might.
I know exactly how you feel.
What age is that, Carl?
Eh?
What age is that?
53, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
God, that's old. I didn't realise you were that age.
No,
yeah,
nobody
53,
realised that he was that old until he said it a while back, and you were there.
So
It
it's
was
because I've got a head full of lustrous locks.
I know, it's the perm that gets me.
That's what it is, mate. Yeah,
Every
that's
time.
my shoulders. No, 50
We have another joining. We've probably not got a mimic joining us.
Hello.
So,
Oh,
It's Raging Bases.
hello.
Long greetings, one and all.
roll for connection.
Hey!
Roll
I
for
see what you-
stability.
Stability is okay today, thankfully.
That's-
We'll see how long it holds up because Sky, obviously.
Roll for baked goods.
poke it
I
with
do
a
have a new
stick,
cookbook.
Just the mimicry.
I actually have
Widget brain-
a D&D
widget-
cookbook. It's pretty
Ooh.
cool.
We're
Interesting.
just blaming the US election because they're stealing all our bandwidth. That's what they're doing.
That might be
I
it,
think
yeah.
that's perfectly fair. I think that is perfectly fair.
Roll for the presidency.
I think that's what they're doing, isn't it? Mayhem says, 53 years young, Colin, you're still a pup.
Absolutely.
Muse
mate.
is upset because you said 50. It said 53 isn't old. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The reason I was shocked is not that he's really old, but it's just that he doesn't look 53.
No, I
He looks
would
young
say
like
I
us.
don't feel it, but I'd be lying.
You don't feel 53. You feel 73.
It's weird. Your mind is
Mhm.
still telling you that you're that sort of wild mid-20s bloke until your wife goes, at your age.
Yeah. Your brain's telling you can do all the things that you really know you can't do, but you're going to try anyway. Be damned.
Mhm.
I get that at 38. Christ.
But you go to bed at 49. You wake up at 50 and you suddenly start making them noises every time you're moving chairs. and
Hang about. I'm not 50 yet, and I do that.
Yeah, me too.
You get the proper old man noises, and you're like a bellows. If you reach or bend for something, yeah.
It's like, what? Doesn't everybody go down the stairs really fast on their face?
I normally do when I fall over.
Have you seen under
You
this
wouldn't do
cupboard?
the falling over live on camera, though, would you, Colin? No.
No, I wouldn't do such a thing, mate.
No.
No. Have you seen under this cupboard? It's filthy.
I'm not going near cupboards, mate, because me and cupboards don't get on in this man cave.
you want any kind of storage furniture.
No, it's not great.
IKEA is just this pure nightmare universe. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
Colin and
you are
Storage
talking to the
Solutions.
bloke- Go on.
I was going to say, you and Storage Solutions, if you drive past one of them unit, like storage unit places, you fall under the building.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to the bloke who shut his own head in his own car door, so yeah.
That is quite impressive. I'm not entirely
Yeah,
certain.
I was backing my Monza out the garage onto a set of wheel jacks so that I could do some welding on it. And I the door open because it's so low down, just to see whether I was going to hit anything. And I bumped the garage wall with it, so it shut my head between the door frame and the door. So I had these two big marks.
Oh,
Is it the
Still,
mark of the beast? No, it's the mark of the idiot.
Oh, mate, I'm a total useless disaster, mate.
Apple says, wait till you reach his age at 67, then the eyes will be gone. Then Dave says, wait till you get to Dad's age. He uses our eyes. I don't know what he means, but Dad objected to Dave saying that for some reason. I don't know what. Dave's giggling in the corner now, so there we go. We won't get anything else out of him.
Cole, if it makes you feel better, I'm the guy that broke his toe on a bramble. So
Yes,
Mate,
this is
I
true.
fell out of
Fox
my
does get beaten
loft.
up by plants.
Yeah, I
fell
get beaten
out
up by-
of my loft about 7 years ago because I was moving stuff around up there, and I'd floored it all. See, so I slid myself back on my backside, but didn't realise that the open door hatch was not far behind me. Yeah, luckily my son's bed is just below it, so I did bounce a bit. Gave that sort of that was meant to happen. Look.
Well, thing is, I would say I'm the type of guy who does this, but I'm a chef, so I've got oil burns, cuts,
Yeah.
bruises, scrapes, and I'm still healing from the oil burn from the other week. Whereas,
Oh yeah.
See, Cole, when
Oh,
you fell
yeah.
out of the loft onto the bed, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't immediately stand up and go, "I'm not the kind to kiss and tell," but happy, then I would have been disappointed. I would have been
was gonna do one of those
disappointed.
gymnastics little things at the end, like waiting for the medal, you know. But yeah,
Nil point.
Ian
son
Thompson
just
says,
worked
at least you didn't run yourself over with your own car. That sounds like a story needing telling.
yeah, that was the guy out of a band called East 17, wasn't it? Brian Harvey. He fell out of his car whilst he was reversing it and run himself over.
Well, it was also the guy from the 2009 Star Trek movie that played Chekhov that
Yeah.
died by running himself over like that.
Yeah, he was quite badly injured. Brian
Yeah,
Harvey.
didn't it like pin him to his mailbox or something?
Yeah, he rolled backwards and squished him.
So awful.
Poor fella.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
isn't
not-
as funny as Colin getting stuck under his cupboard live on the internet.
Yeah, that was one of that. Well, the thing is, I had a lot of stuff out here at the time because the PC had just arrived, didn't it? And it was still in its case. And I thought I can squeeze Fester's carcass through that gap because I have to lay down to get something out the bottom of the cupboard because I've had all my spine fused. So I shuffled along like a caterpillar, and then suddenly realised I couldn't get back out.
You know, it must give you a real warm, fuzzy feeling the way that we all rallied around you and just took the piss non-stop. Didn't even bother calling anybody for help.
Absolutely. It's
we
like
didn't-
Mike Mountain in the chat when I leant back on my old chair and I broke the stem and I went flying through the door behind me.
He might have just mentioned that in the chat.
Yeah, they all just, ripped completely into laughing. And then one of them was like, "You're okay, ain't you?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, crooked hat, bent glasses, you know." But,
Well,
Hey, lady.
we know we can always like pull you out of there with a big electromagnet.
oh, mate, honestly, it's like I'm laying there and they're all chatting to me. And I'm like, "I'll be there in a minute." And I'm trying to blag it, to make out that I ain't stuck. And I went, "Yeah, I might have just got myself a little tied up at the moment."
It might be
Their
longer than a
box-
minute.
box was,
Yeah.
"You're stuck, aren't you?" And I'm like, "I might be."
You do realize you're gonna have to start like doing like Jerry Lee Lewis quotes and stuff like, "Hey, lady, Haven." You keep doing all this
I'm
falling
just
over all the
glad
time.
that the camera angle was angled at the bench like it was because it wasn't a pretty sight. Mate.
Yeah.
Lee Eagles is here. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hello,
Lee.
Lee. Welcome.
How you doing?
Hello.
Muse says, my son has kitchen battle damage too. Shouldn't you be driving somewhere to come pick your dad
Yeah,
up from now?
I thought you were
said you
leaving to pick up your dad.
Yeah,
Not
apparently
my
there's
mind
some
that used to
bloke
be a
in
watching,
America
but it's-
that's been abandoned.
He's waiting.
America will now be Fallout 74 and be a complete wasteland.
The sooner you leave, the sooner you get back.
Absolutely.
That's
We'll
very
just
very
pad the
zen.
show out until you get back news.
Lee's asking me how I overcame the sickness that you get with VR headsets.
Drugs,
Yeah,
hard drugs and alcohol.
there are several options that work. That worked for me anyway. The first one is don't force your way through it because it doesn't work and you will be sick, as I experienced once. You don't think, oh yeah, I can just brave through it because it doesn't work. Have a fan on blowing at you because that somehow tricks your brain into thinking you are moving when you're not, which is what causes the VR sickness. And basically just take your time. If you feel sick after half an hour, take it off, go and do something else, come back another day or later or whatever. Then you might go 45 minutes and then you might do 50 and then an hour, and it will increase the time you can play. Also, different games affect you in different ways. So
How
Are
do
the
you
diff-
not
are the-
walk into things and trip over stuff though? Because you
I sit down while I'm playing.
Oh right, I suppose that's the obvious.
There are things that you can. There are games that you have to play standing up and moving around a bit.
Yeah.
But pretty much all of the VR headsets have got some sort of what they call like a guardian setup, where you basically
Yeah.
draw a line.
Oh, like
Where
a
you can walk.
proximity sensor thing. Type of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It knows where you are in the room, so you draw like a virtual box around where you can walk, and when
Yeah,
you get close to it, it actually appears in the game world. So
Oh,
It
that's
knows where the
It's
safe
very
area
clever.
is. Yeah.
God,
Did
could you
I-
imagine
did I-
the state I'd get into wearing one of them?
yep, it'd be
Okay.
great. You can play it all sitting down; it's fine.
Did I read somewhere that some games give the option of either just walking around freely or just teleporting? Because that's some people can do one and not the other.
Yeah, there's different movement options. In like a normal game, when you're playing on a normal flat screen, you use the normal moving things. You can do that in most games. Some games will let you basically project a thing across, so you can say, "I'm going to go over there," and then when you let go of the button, you're there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I read that some people can do that without that gets them around travel sickness. But if they try walking around, that's why
Yeah.
they get sick and they can.
The
they
walking
find that
around
easy.
bit, the walking around bit never affected me too badly. It was the turning around bit that did.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's,
Ian.
it's
Sorry,
like the
Chris.
opposite of motion sickness. It's motion sickness is when you're sitting there reading a book in the car or whatever. Your body's moving, but your brain thinks you're not moving.
Mm.
This is exactly the opposite in that your body thinks you're not moving, but your brain thinks you are moving.
Yeah, because you see
you're
everything
forcing the
moving
view
but
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see
So-
everything moving, but your inner ear is not detecting actual physical movement.
Yeah,
I think
which is probably why the fan helps because it creates a little bit of disturbance around and you can feel something happening.
Makes
But
sense.
some games have got almost like an overlay that puts like a hamster ball visible in the world around you,
Oh,
which
right,
doesn't move. So when you move the view, that still stays the same. So you get that sort of, I don't know, because you don't get it in cars.
Yeah, 'cause I
When you're
suppose
driving
you're
a car in
losing the
VR,
horizon, aren't you? So I suppose it's a bit like a seasickness thing where you're.
it's yeah. I mean,
yeah,
when you're driving a
losing
car in
sense of
VR,
horizon,
the
aren't
car obviously stays in one place, and you look around, and the car stays in one place.
you?
And when you
Yeah, so-
drive the car to the left, the car still stays in one place with you,
Yeah.
but the
It's a
outside moves.
stable reference.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so you got
Yeah.
a frame of reference. So your body can say, "I'm not moving because the thing in front of me is not moving,"
Yeah.
and
That
the,
sounds
even
really
though the
cool,
stuff.
though. 'Cause I've got AI on my iPhone and I've got an SGL file where you can 3D print a thing that goes on your face.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Drop the phone out. And I've often
phone
thought
VR
about it.
is good, but not the same.
It's not
proper-
the same,
Yeah.
no.
Not even
Really
close to
immersive
good.
VR is great.
I need to get me one.
David Butcher, that model says, "I'm worried about getting a VR set, putting it on and standing on one of the cats. Just sell the cat."
Yeah, that might be a
absolutely,
problem.
mate. How many points do you get for standing on the cat, Dave? It might be worth a bonus.
10 points.
Spids here, he says the opposite of VR motion sickness must be stillness sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sort
then,
of. Yeah.
and then he says, "Is stillness sickness, stickness."
All right, Spid.
Lee Eagles says something. There it goes. He says Star Wars game makes you sick. The Squadrons one doesn't. It hasn't yet. I played it for an hour or two at once. But again, you've got the cockpit of the X-wing around you, so it grounds you. It gives you that. You know, the outside can be moving, but the inside isn't. Mayhem's got an image of Barker being hooked up to a VR headset, taking a spill down the stairs. That's just 'cause
Yeah.
you like to see him fall down the stairs, I think.
Yeah,
That's-
don't put the VR headset on you when you're riding the scooter, Dave, because it won't blend well.
That won't help. You might fall off the
he's-
scooter, and that'd just be terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's a perfect scooter rider without VR headset. He's never fallen off.
And he had our total sympathy when he spilled it, didn't he? We all didn't mock him at all.
Absolutely not at all. No. Indeed, Twisted Rail says now you can virtually fall off the scooter at the same time, hurt yourself.
VR hurts when you suck at scootery.
Athel's having trouble finding a 43-inch TV in his price range as cheap as possible. I don't know. He said something about needing a 43-inch to fit into a room. 43 is a strange size. I don't know that that's a.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because wouldn't that put the aspect ratio off ever so slightly? Because it's normally like
Yeah.
42.
3.
Yeah,
But
it's,
no, they're not anymore. 4x3, but no, yeah.
My
Let's
son's
look it
got
up, haven't
42, I think. But that's a 4K, but that's probably like about 200 quid nowadays. It's about 4 years old, so won't cost that much.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you
Right,
which one.
I'm going to go across and look at the group pictures, but
Ooh.
it might not work properly. So we'll see how it works. I shall make it me that's the big screen. You can all stay in the background, and I'll not be here. Now I did try it earlier, and it didn't work, and it's still not working. It's coming up low res and without any text at the side for some reason. So yeah, I
Seems
don't
to
know
be a
about
lot
that.
of bugs with the internet this week. A lot of people are having trouble on their shows, Chris. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So
probably
we'll go
visual
through
reading.
and see what we can see. Actually, I think if I go through it the other way, it might be easier. If I actually go back
of
to
these
the
look like The same
to the
from
main page. Where's the main page gone? Someone's nicked the main page.
wasn't me.
Not guilty.
It's your
using,
page.
I'm using
We're all
Mount
having internet times at the minute. With
Well,
fails.
not the internet's working lovely. It's fine, but the pictures aren't loading up very well. So
Yeah, I don't know whether it's Chrome having issues or what.
It happened a
or whether
few
it's
weeks ago.
StreamYard itself,
Well,
I don't know.
It's probably Facebook. It's probably Facebook who like messing with
probably
something
Facebook,
behind
yeah.
the scenes and like, oh, let's just and we've
It's
just
actually
put,
not
like,
loading
for
up
it.
properly. But that's Frankie. Happy Halloween, he says, and puts up pictures of sweets, which is not quite as good as actually getting real sweets.
Yes.
But there we go. It's also got a cat. Now I'm assuming that's a fake cat in his garage dio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's,
Every time I see the Dio, I just keep thinking, oh, that's a really nice garage. I'm like, wait, no, that's a model. That's a model. That's a Dio.
Did you see the vending machine? Oh,
Yes.
brilliant,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
if,
It's
yeah.
over there in the corner. You can just about see it in the corner there.
Yeah, really cool.
if that cat's a model, damn.
Yeah.
I paid the model hamster. Yeah.
It's not quite the same yet. There's Colin advertising his thing from days ago, so you can't watch that anymore because it already happened.
Yeah, I did.
But there'll be another one.
I did the pimpage.
Good boy.
Steve with his Saturday Night Crash. Emma Jane
Matilda.
Young, a captured Matilda Toon Tank.
Matilda.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't ever see the word Matilda and not say it like the actor Matilda.
There we go. That's the
Wow.
garage dio with a diecast model.
Awesome.
It should look better than that. It's just a little bit low res for some reason. It's Facebook playing around. And that's Tom Kitten, patchwork quilt thing. Don't know when that is. When's that, Lewis? You must know.
Didn't she usually Friday nights?
The video that she put up.
Yeah,
It's not a
video
live,
on
it's
the
a
channel.
video.
Oh, right, okay. That's why it doesn't have a time on it.
Yeah.
There we
Right.
go. I don't know, it's
Oh,
coming
anyway.
through me, so it might just be, I don't know. But anyway.
I think she was trying to
Uh,
be clever and copy and paste it.
Steve's doing a, can't remember what it was. There you go. D9R bulldozer.
Oh.
For some reason, just like looking at that out of the corner of my eye, it looks like a train car with a Mexican hat on. Just
With a hat on.
One
I
of
was thinking
those,
it looked very pagoda-like with the top parts there.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was one of those dungaree farmers in the Everglades with the slightly threadbare hat on, you know, the summer hat.
Yeah, and a big green nose.
yeah.
Oh.
See, just that shape by itself, that's a space wolf shape because it looks like a dog head.
Yeah.
Space puppies.
Space puppy bulldozer. You know you're doing something wrong when your military requires armored bulldozers. It's like,
There's
really?
lots of
Oh,
sharp
yeah.
stuff around the edge of that, isn't there?
It's got some
Yeah.
brilliant armour on it. It looks proper, you know, something that you could weather up. So, yeah.
So that's that. We have Steve's doing some more lockdown Lego. He's on an aquatic theme at the moment. Got a boat with swordfish and a diver.
Swordfish.
She obviously built.
Sword.
Swordfish, yes. Swordfish, sorry. I said it wrong.
Swordfish.
Today they released a preview of a new Master Series type kit for Lego. That's an 18-inch Ecto 1.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds quite pleasant.
Can I just point out that by some amazing skill, they've managed to make the swordfish look derpy. Because the teeth sticking out the side is like green teeth.
Oh my god! It looks like a Simpsons character. It looks like a Simpsons character.
I'll keep waiting for SpongeBob to come running around the corner.
I like the cheek plant. I find it fascinating.
His eyes look so cross.
Yeah.
And Steve, obviously, as well, has been playing with Nerf guns.
Yeah.
That will not be nerfed much longer.
Nerf.
It's got a Y-wing on the top of it.
This is
correct.
reminding me of an alien ship, or a cross between an alien ship and Halo.
I would-
Yeah.
It's got a
I-
Sulaco feel. to it, Yeah.
He was saying it was the Silico, which he did tell me was from something.
Aliens.
Alien.
Come on, Chris. Even I know that, and I can't stand the films.
Oh,
Philip
Fox has
got
many
his
different.
pinch and belly. It's got mushrooms on it, though, so he can keep that.
Oh.
No, it's all about the
Tally
mushrooms.
Tally is the best
No,
pasta.
get rid of the mushrooms.
Tally Tally is the best pasta.
Eric's Wednesday late crash. Don't forget that. Yesterday. Timothy Young.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
I like the scale. Very nice.
Yeah, that's little bitty.
Awesome.
It's 144 planes and people in a car. I don't know where he got the car from because I haven't been able to find any
I
normal.
like that.
When you look
road
at it,
cars
from a
and that
distance,
scale.
like I'm sat away from the monitor, so it's quite small.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a two-dimensional picture, but done in such a way that the planes go outside the frame. It's like an Escher print.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. Again,
It's-
every corner of the dio's got its own little story going on. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. That's one of those kind of pieces that looks like it's part of a museum display.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Museum quality build, mate.
Yeah.
Philip Prime, 8 p.m. a couple of days ago, Tuesdays. He does his prime time stream.
Yeah.
Often Dave and Dad on there as well. My Terminator arms, which I've now done, and all the videos are available online to watch now. Got
Oh,
both arms
cue the
done.
Arnie voice.
come on, you have to go watch it now.
When you going to do the Arnie voice then?
I don't know. I'm stuck on Welsh at the minute.
Somebody bang him on the side of the head.
That's lovely.
Marcy with the obviously vampire type stuff and some
The mug
probably
is
D&D. No, that back one's Warhammer, isn't it?
That's a Stormcaster.
Is it no Warhammer?
Oh, I want I think the one with the big staff on the holding handle is old Warhammer, maybe.
What,
All right.
looks.
could be-
It's all the stuff that Fox doesn't know about.
Actually,
so
no. It might.
help.
I think it might be Reaper Bones putting a bigger base.
I was going to say, yeah, the base is too big for Warhammer.
Yeah, but I think it's a Reaper Bones which has been put onto a big base. I think
Big base.
big base. I've
you
got
got
3 big bases back here.
I like big base. And
Steve says his take on the Celico. It's not a Y-wing. It's obviously twin rail guns.
I was going to say that
Only
back of the Y-wing makes perfect gunnage.
And he also says it wasn't Welsh, folks.
It was intelligible. We underknew.
Oh, it's not a tumor.
Because on Monday we were talking about kitchen drawers.
Oh yeah, the mandrill. That's a good quality mandrill. Actually,
That is, I don't know. It's got one front, but it's got 2 drawers. I don't understand that.
looks a bit too organised though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
It's
yeah,
two narrow cupboards, Chris, and they put a single front panel on me.
yeah.
Where's the batteries?
I bet the
He's got like 30 pens in it, but he's not even got one Christmas cracker sewing kit.
Yeah, it's very organised because my mandrill, you have to compress the stuff in it as you close it to stop.
Oh, yeah, you
so
can't
that
close
it
it,
goes
no,
in
yeah.
properly. Yeah.
Gemma has been tidying out the drawer in the kitchen this week, actually. So I did have to go through and throw a couple of things away.
Yeah, but do you know
Get most of it. It's fine.
the worst thing about the kitchen drawer with all the stuff in it is that there's always at least at one point one thing in there, like a spanner or something, that sticks up and you can't open the drawer because it gets jammed against the inside.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, yeah, oh.
side ledge. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
you
have
have
to
to
do
get
the
your hand
drawer
in it.
shuffle,
Yeah.
where you have to do that little shuffle with
Booklet,
the drawer.
yeah.
Here's the thing though about
I can't get
Fingers
my
up in here.
the kitchen does it. It's got everything in it.
That's loud in my ear, that.
Eric's got a train. I'm sure there is a train. It'll come along in a minute. It is a video, isn't it? It's not just
Sounds like Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's a train.
I can see it's working at British Rail speed.
It's probably scale speed. I don't know.
That's cool.
That's cool. What it needs is a carriage behind it with a cup of tea with a stroop waffle on the top.
The weather.
Bringing it round to the bench where you're sat.
That's perfect.
I want a true bottle now. Oh man.
That's an old, well-used machine.
Everyone
They'll never
wants
sell any ice cream at that speed.
Edward's been doing an Imperial Knight. Is that not the same
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Wow, I like that.
Imperial Knight, this is correct.
Is it? Is that the colour?
You can have many different colours. I'm wondering if that's the Canis Rex. I'm not
Are
sure.
these the things that have got a person inside it with no arms or something?
No, that's the Imperial Knight is like a. You think of it like a Gunpla. It's got a pilot that controls it.
You
But
sure
just
it's
a
not
normal guy gets in it.
a pilot?
pilots it.
Yeah, a normal guy would be about the size of that wolf head.
What's the ones that you say that when they're almost dead, they get implanted in them and then they live in them forever or something?
It's Dreadnought.
That's the Dreadnought.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew I
that-
remembered something, but I obviously remembered something wrong.
Yeah, the
What-
Dreadnought is when a Space Marine is mortally wounded but not dead. He can either die or they can put him in a Dreadnought, and he'll be this eternal existence in a Dreadnought where he's either asleep or in combat, and there's no bit in between.
Who is it?
Okay.
That pilot?
Edward says it is the Canis Rex.
Is it good? I may or may not have a Canis Rex in my future. Oh, got a big gun! Big gun! Oh, yes.
Gun is nice.
Big fat gun with the killing and the blowing up and the killing and the shooting. Yes, thank you very much.
It's like the Iron Giant.
Is that instead of his other arm?
Yeah, that's one arm.
Yeah.
One arm is the big flat. Is the big
So
flippy
the arm
flappy.
down here with fingers, and then that's just the other arm is just big
Mhm.
gun.
Yeah, one arm is the flippy
Oh,
flappy.
It's just it is a big gun, right?
It's I can't remember if it's not a volcano cannon. It's the something.
Another gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Lewis has got a box. He's not going to talk about it though, apparently.
Sorry,
Mm.
I'm trying to undo my chain.
Extension 007.
Yeah, that's what I won on e-models, not
Cool.
e-model. What was the other one? Models for Heroes.
You couldn't put it all in one picture. Look.
They sent it to you sideways. Jolly good.
Yeah.
Is that one of those you
It's
can
sailing
turn the phone
downhill.
moments?
I turned it. I laid the phone down sideways, but it come out like that. I don't.
It's because your phone's so used to taking portrait pictures. That's what it is.
Oh,
Like that one. Look.
That one's fine.
I'm saying nothing.
I'm not.
What's up with that one?
Bubbles.
It's just a thing where we mock each other. If one of us takes a photograph in portrait, everyone gangs up on them and says,
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
worst. We have
That's
the
a picture
unwritten
that my
contract.
wife's taken, which is in portrait, but that's okay because the subject is in portrait.
Yeah, that's acceptable when the subject itself is in portrait.
See, this is a slightly nicer diamond art that she's going to be doing, better than the one that she did before.
Did she finish the other one that we can't talk about?
What?
She did
Spider?
finish it. I have taken a picture of it, but I'm not allowed to show it to anyone because she'll see it and she'll be cross. But yes, there is another. I'll put it in the private chat. so-
Schrodinger's diamond art.
I'm being shouted at now for even mentioning it. So
What would happen if you applied some googly eyes to that image? Would that make it more palatable for her?
no, because you'd need lots of them.
It would still be better. I mean, you'd need at least 8 of the eyes. I mean, granted, it doesn't matter. 8 googly eyes.
Jason's been doing 124 slot cars. That's interesting.
Oh, neat.
Ooh, the old scale extric Aurora type stuff.
Tiny pictures though, for some reason, even worse than the bigger pictures that we're having. We're doing really tiny
I've
ones.
noticed that on Facebook. Somebody sent me pictures of stuff the other day in a message.
Wow.
And when you click on the picture, it's like a postage stamp. I'm like, what the hell?
yeah.
Facebook's so broken right now.
Pascal made his own PCB. He's got it working. Now I need to program everything so he can control his trains.
Cool.
Cool.
Very nicely done.
I've got to say though, it's not often you see like railroading stuff in the same shot as Mitsu Hakuni or whatever she's called. You don't often get like K-pop minis and railroad stuff in the same photograph. That's quite impressive. Little.
There's also Nodding Head Doggo.
Yeah, it's kind of a broad spectrum of geekery there. I think.
That's circuit
Right,
board
there we
is
go.
nice.
That's everything up to date, apparently. Apparently, there are 2 new members this week. So, welcome to all my new members. Oh, look, Spiddy 8 Tube. I'll invite.
Who are the new members? Name them.
Who, what?
Who are the new members? Read their names out.
Who are they? I don't know. It doesn't say.
Hey, you've got
I've
2
got
new members.
191 members, apparently. I thought it was more than that, but
Just can't get
Yeah,
started.
it's this
They
new
might have
Facebook.
yeah, they can't count. So, yes, that was the gallery. If you'd like to join and put your own pictures up, I shall put the message thing in there. Where is it? It's the group. Join the Gross group. It's on the YouTube, Facebook thing. Put pictures up, and hopefully next week I'll be actually show the pictures full screen, and you'll be able to see them properly and better than that with the descriptions, and it'll be easier. So yeah.
Cool. Paul Lyons is in. Welcome, Paul.
Hello, Paul. You
I'm
all
sure
right?
maybe other
Oh,
people
dude.
get it, but-
There he is. There you go. Yes, you see, I'm being shouted at. Look, keep the picture out of the gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave
But Gemma, googly eyes. Come on.
See, the funny thing is,
I don't think she's going to be swayed on this.
all
one. I
better.
think
see, the
Yeah,
thing you
I
have to
think it's a
remember,
hard
Chris,
no.
is that for us, there are absolutely no consequences at all.
this is true, actually.
For you, it's
This is
completely
true.
under the scale, but for us, there's no consequences whatsoever.
This is true.
David Butcher, that model, says, never, ever, ever send Fox a photo in portrait unless you, Paul, or me, we are used to the torrent of abuse that ensues. Yeah. And never, ever send me a video in portrait because I'll just find you.
No, I did
doing
that
your house.
once, and you mocked me mercilessly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do that. That sounds like an amusing half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting the finger of shame. I think I
Finger
also
of
got the look.
shame.
I think I'm getting the finger of shame now, but I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting told off well and truly there, mate.
Although if we keep it up, we might learn his middle name.
I'm really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gemma says, Christopher, remember you're at home for the next month.
That's a threat. That is a solid threat right there.
So this statement you made the other day then about you being, the wearer of the trousers of the house.
Is this what? Well, a minute, where's that? There's that button. There you go. Right. Okay.
I do believe you're in deep trouble, mate.
Sorry, it seems to be we're losing your color. It's going glitch. I can't quite.
Yeah, Cole, he wears the trousers in the house. They just happen to be assless chaps, but
Yeah, I had heard that rumor as well. I didn't know how true
It's
it
on
was.
my side.
If chaps had an ass, they'd be pants. Just saying.
Mayhem doesn't know the story, but yeah, you don't. I'm not going to mention the story because I'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
However, we can without any consequences. To us.
Yeah, no consequences at all. There you go.
Common Road Junction's in. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Archie. You are.
Hello, Archie.
Am I late? He says, yes, but no, but we're still here, so you haven't completely missed us. We're here for a little while longer.
Yeah, we just
But
didn't
yes, you're an hour
realise
late.
you got in, mate.
Mayhem.
What's changing confuse things because they've only just changed here. Has that made things not right if you don't know where you are?
I don't know where I am most times.
You don't know anything.
I'm never right, so
You know nothing.
I know nothing.
No idea, mate. I don't even know what day it is half the time.
Mayhem says, Chris getting yelled at. Why? You don't need the why on the end. Just Chris getting yelled at. It's just a statement of fact,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Paul DeSmasso's here as well. Hi, guys.
Hi, Paul.
Common Road says, that's good and bad. Yes. Yeah. Good and bad in equal measure. That's fine. That's what we're here for.
Edward confirms that the big gun on the Canis Rex Knight is the Las Impulsor.
Okay.
Is he-
Enormous, great big laser gun the size of France.
Although I read that with a Spanish accent, like it's all
Impulsor.
Las Impulsor.
Or in the voice of Arnie.
Don't know what accent that was supposed to be.
Mayhem's worried that Lewis has been very quiet. It's suspicious.
I'm always
He's
quiet.
opened his
Quiet,
big box.
He's
so,
going through
you know,
boxes.
Is he doing the building or the thinking or something? Likes me go quiet.
Yeah. Show us what are in the boxes you've been opening since
The box.
In the box.
It's in the box.
they're
Is,
two.
is it the box that you shouldn't be opening?
I'm allowed to open this one.
It contains paper.
It's just
I'll put you
confusing.
front and centre then.
Someone doing
We've got
one
the packing nuts you can stick together with your mouth.
No, but I've got some poppy packaging. I like the poppy packaging.
Okay, there's that's a
That's
lot of
lot
photo
of photo
etch.
etch.
Really
That's wow. You could make a whole model out of photo etch.
I didn't know my heart rate could go that slow.
And it's got all the little bits for that.
That's
And it's going.
It comes with parts in a tub.
Wait, what's the
What kind of
photo etch
model
for?
is this?
Has he run away now because he's going to get in trouble?
Yeah, now it's about to give him a slap.
Yeah, it's because Nat's just out of shot with a rolling
Yeah.
bin.
What is the
Bring that
photo
box
etch?
back over here.
Now he's
I take it the photo etch is that. Well, blimey, Riley.
Bloody hell.
oh,
That's a big box. Jeez.
that is
My big box,
lovely.
I cannot lie.
You're going to need a bigger shelf, mate.
Yeah.
Then you're going to need a bigger house.
I
Well, he's
thought
got
I
it.
saw that there was a 1/200th scale Enterprise aircraft carrier coming
Oh,
out.
yeah, that's coming out. It's Trumpy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Jesus.
coming out first quarter of 21, as far as I know.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God, it's
It,
gotta be-
it would
gotta be-
double as a bed.
Oh, mate, you'd be doing proper Top Gun noises, wouldn't you?
Mhm.
I want
Along with
200 euros.
I
I mean, the
Use
Tamiya
it for
one.
my Transformers.
that.
I mean, the Tamiya 1350 Enterprise. When I was a kid and didn't know better, I used to look at that with longing. But that's massive. So
Yeah.
200. Crikey.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that thing's got to be a good 7 foot long at
So
least.
Ted needs to finish his Titanic by January then, so he can.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep. Yep. We need Ted to build that one now.
Yeah, because if Ted doesn't do it, Cole, Chris, that'll be one of us, and I ain't doing it.
It's the
Colin started doing boats.
I've still got a Nimitz up there that I started 2.5 years ago.
I've got a Nimitz. I'm taking pills for it, but it's not working.
yeah, it's like,
I've got the 144. Is it Snowberry?
yeah.
I've got one of them in the cupboard.
Got a big old black pearl up there to do as well, so that's going to have
You can
the
get pills for
LED treatment and all of that. Look.
Mm-hmm. That'll be fun to weather.
Oh, and only you can make ship names sound like some sort of dangerous disease. I've got a bit of black pearl and a Nimitz. I've not walked the same since that thing on the eye.
And my Snowberries are playing up.
Have yourself a bit of the old black pearl. Give you some of that.
Oh, I sat down on my Snowberries. It wasn't good.
Oh, mate. I was making bolt tank noises the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I better edit them out because I was doing proper boom boom noises.
Nothing wrong with that. Keep them in.
I think I've gone mad.
So when you do a Bane blade with like 100 guns on it,
Mhm.
Mate, you know what I'm going to be like when I do that Gundam, mate? Because I'm going to light that and all, and it's like, yeah.
Yes. This
All
is
the
correct.
I really can't wait.
Festus
really can't wait
first
to watch
foray into big Gundam, and it's,
Yeah.
Gundam's like 75% shoulder pads. So you
Oh, yeah.
You know,
they
you
all
can
look
store the
Gundam
batteries in the
Orbits
shoulder
out of Disney,
pads.
didn't they?
Yeah, but it's also got like 5 trillion fin fiddles, which are like, oh.
Oh, you chose well for me there, mate. Good on you.
Ow! What was that for?
Hello.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
the one from the other week.
I
Yeah.
cleaned up my Diora and took it out of all the wrappings.
What happened then,
Oh.
Lewis?
Oh,
You just stabbed me with a knitting needle.
Yay!
No reason.
cleaned all the chrome off.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
fantastic.
Dan,
This
bring up
is
the body, bring up that body
purple
shell
palette.
again.
Hmm?
Bring up that body shell again, because that looks mint. That looks like a Jerry Anderson kind of like.
It really
Oh,
does.
mate,
doesn't it?
that's brilliant. I love that. It reminds
straight
me
out
of one of
Captain
those.
Charlotte,
Is it any Big Daddy Roth vehicles?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's
Yeah.
a custom design sort of a van or a pickup.
Oh, mate, I love
Oh,
that.
Cool.
I actually prefer it without the belt, though. I prefer it as a pickup, to be perfectly
It
honest.
has actually I didn't realize it, but it comes with like a clear piece that covers over the
Yeah.
entire back.
Ah.
So it
Yeah.
has like this bubble back here if you
It
want.
reminds
See, in my
me of-
mind
do you
now,
remember-
It's
Do you
just a
remember the Hot Wheels pickup, the gold one that had the engine in the pickup bed with the cab at the front like
Yeah.
that?
I know there was a Hot Wheel car based on this vehicle.
Yeah, I
So it
remember
might
the
be
Hot Wheel
that.
car, yeah, it's,
The thing I was
It-
disappointed though is that they did not reproduce the way the front opens correctly.
yeah.
On
Can you
this,
scratch that, mate?
it hinges down instead of rotates in the center.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can reproduce that safely without it, being way too fragile.
See,
Yeah.
in my mind now, what I can see is classic Jerry Anderson style. You've got a low camera at road level, at the road surface level, and the camera's scrolling along the road, and you've got the vehicle coming along, and it's got that slightly wibbly, bouncy suspension that all the Jerry Anderson vehicles
Yeah.
used to have.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of I used to love the vehicles on those shows, but you
Oh,
know where
yeah.
the camera's moving along the road, so it's like road level.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just see it.
And it
Lots of
had
dust.
And the road's a continuous belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
it came with foil tape and wood grain.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. That is bloody brilliant.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so happy. Like, yeah, I
You know
love
what-
that.
you know what I'd do if I had that kit? I'd make it as the pickup, but I'd have to make it some kind of like industrial vehicle. So I'd have to get myself some Euro style font letter set.
Yeah.
to put the wording
Yeah.
down the side, and it would have to be an acronym, like some kind of an acronym for like.
I
the company.
actually saw somebody else do something with this model that is what I would like to do as a general inspiration. If I can share my screen real quick here.
Can you share your screen without breaking your internet or making yourself fall
Yeah.
out? Because we
You
can't.
can, and there I can add that there as well.
That
Oh,
is
look
a
at
model
that.
somebody
Oh,
else
that's
built.
cool.
Oh,
That is
That's
so
That's
cool.
mental.
And that comes as a kit, does it, Dan?
No, that is
Someone
somebody
scratch built this on top.
built all that stuff around the Diora.
That is so awesome.
Now
And
imagine that was rusted and weathered and had orcs all over it.
I'm thinking it's more
Yeah.
like Jurassic Park.
I was just thinking,
Yeah.
about how you could,
You'd light
Yeah,
that sucker, and yeah,
that's
It's
got the
just
old stirrings in the loins going. That has.
yeah.
Anyway.
Trouser tips. Oh yeah, that needs like filth and dirt and mud.
It does,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
That's how the door actually opens.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I
Yeah.
remember the Hot Wheels vehicle look.
What?
Yeah,
By the
Yeah.
way, Dan, by the way,
backwards.
Dan, none of us, we can all see through that folder called the counts. We all know what's in there.
because it's just completely insane.
Yeah, I like that. That is mint.
That's nuts.
I
Yeah,
suppose you could do that centre bit with a bit of brass rod in the centre, couldn't you? That it pivots around.
yeah, I could probably do something along those lines. Yeah, of course, if I did the idea with the kind of roll cage around it, they may not be practical anyway.
Yeah.
I've got to give it a little bit of a thought to how I want to do
Scale
that.
models is saying put tracks on it.
Hugo's got a question. So while we've got Fox here, it's easier to let him answer that. He says, I have a problem with a piece that has a lot of space between the plastic pieces. I'll put some photos in the group. What can I use to fill this space? Obviously, it will depend on how big a gap you're talking about. But
Well, if he's put photos in the group,
he says, I will put some photos in the group. I can't see them in there yet.
okay.
Yeah, normally if I've scribed doors on a kit to open them, I then put in like a land panel and then I build the edges of that up with putty and sand it so it'll fill the gap where I've been scribing. I don't know whether that's what you mean.
What does wealth mean to you?
Oh God, what was that then? What does wealth mean to you? What was that? Did anybody else get that?
Something on a
I
table.
got that, yeah.
You know
Right,
what?
yeah,
The group started working again, and there's a couple of extra pictures in there. So I'll go back across to the group again.
Okay. It's a
It, you might put some in before we get to it. So if you do, then feel free and chuck that in there. We have Ross. Oh, for some reason it's not showing up on the right hand side of my screen. There we go.
Oh, he's
Let's do that. Ross has done his latest 5D picture,
It's a wolf.
which is very wolfy.
Wolf.
Puppy.
not a
What
puma.
have we got?
Not a
What's that
puma.
there? I can't. It's not quite working, but there we go. It's working a little bit. And Ross has also put up
Oh, look at that.
some of that.
Terminator.
Very colorful.
Terminator. Not that kind of Terminator.
That's the sort of colour that slaps you around the face to get your attention, isn't it?
It really
Uh-huh.
does, doesn't it? It's not taking any prisoners with that, is he?
No.
Hugo, if you we're on now, if you can get the pictures in the group now, Hugo, we can have a look while we're
Yep.
doing. That's
This is Alex. It's just finished the eyes. Oh, they look amazing.
They do, don't they?
Oh wow!
They really are impressive. I'm not sure about the hair,
that's a rectangle.
but the eyes are great.
Right now, it looks like something from Ghost in the Shell.
I
But
prefer the original. I prefer Han Solo's round dish rather than that square one. It looks. Never mind. That is awesome. My joke died.
yep.
It was a valiant effort, though. It was a
You
valiant
can
effort.
see the tumbleweed and hear the crickets, mate.
You know, when I make a joke and people just go, "Yeah," I just feel like an ass.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
No, he's not put the pictures in there yet. So
There's several ways if you've got gaps between pieces. It depends on the size of the gap. If you've got 2 bits of plastic like that, let's say these were pieces of plastic. Hang on, sorry.
I've just been warned about showing the picture that I'm not allowed to show. I wasn't going to do that. I didn't do that.
Okay. Yeah, if you've got 2 pieces of plastic and you're gluing them together, for example, If it's a tiny, 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 tiny gap, then when you put your glue between the pieces and squeeze them together, it'll melt the plastic and it'll bubble out. Let that dry and then sand it back, and you filled the plastic with itself. That's the easiest way. If it's a very fine gap, just if you use an extra thin glue like Tamiya extra thin, push the pieces together, squeeze them, it'll bubble out, fill the gap, and then you can sand it back later. If it's a bigger gap, you can use like plastic card shims. You just take a little tiny piece of plastic card. You would slice it up into little pieces if there's a little tiny gap, and you just kind of jam it into the gap like that. Can't really show on here.
Not slap it on, jam it in.
Jam it in.
Yeah.
Jam it
Let's say
in.
we're gluing these two together. You didn't want a gap. You're left with a gap. You jam the plastic card into the gap.
Yeah.
And you let everything settle and glue, and you'd have it sticking out a little bit like that. And all you do when everything's dried and cured, you just come back with a knife and scrape it back and sand it, and you fill the gap with plastic card that way. That's the two easiest ways. The other way is to use fillers, and I hate using fillers, so I'm not the best person to advise on those because I suck at filling with fillers and putties.
I've not had good success with those either.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a tiny, tiny gap, the easiest way is literally just to glue two pieces of plastic together and squeeze them together and let the melted plastic fill the gap. Give it
It
about an
depends
hour.
on the kit as well. If it's a like an Orc truck, then if it's a big gap, you can just put a panel over the top of it.
Yeah,
but
that's one other thing. Let me show you something. I shall. Hang on. Let me get this thing out. I know it won't really show up on camera, but on this weapon here, I don't know if it won't focus in because I can't change my focus. There's a seam line going right down the middle of that gun, and there's a bit there that's like a kind of ribbed texture, and there's no way I could fill in that little seam line that's on this ribbed bit here without making a mess of the rib texture. So all I've done is I've cut out some bits of plastic card and covered it up with a little strip like that to make it look like part of the gun.
Yeah.
So I've just added some detail to the weapon, basically.
Yeah.
Well, there's the 40k thing that you built on Sundays that had the badly fitting front part that you put the panel on top.
Yeah, that's another thing, that bits that didn't fit together. If it's something where you can, if it's something like this where it's made up or it's silly nonsense or it's just like, if it's some sci-fi stuff, you can just add little plastic card details to cover up gaps. It's kind of the lazy way of doing it, but it can be fun. You just get yourself some plastic card and make little tiny details out of squares and shapes. It makes it more interesting, but it looks like there's no gap there. It covers it up. But you can also do things like if it's a military vehicle and there's a big gap and you can't fix it, give it some battle damage.
Yeah,
Get a little hand drill.
I've bridged the gap with a piece of card before and run old Rosie the Riveter down the sides, and it looks like it's been fixed in battle, So
Yeah, if it's a massive gap, just get your little hand drill or your Dremel and just make some impact marks. It's a military vehicle; it's going to take some damage. It doesn't really help if you make shiny models like sports cars and airplanes. That I can't help you with that.
Hugo's saying he hasn't been accepted into the group yet.
Yeah,
so
I've just seen that. I've he's posted onto my page rather than the group because obviously I didn't get me accepted into the group. So let me see if that will be what I can share. There we go. Yeah, I can. So there we go. This is I'm Hugo from Hugo Model Work channel. Can you help me? What should I fill the space that I have in the piece below in the plastic parts?
That's cool.
That is very impressive, and being chromed makes it that much more difficult.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can spot where these seams are.
Talking about that around there.
I'm guessing this. I know Hugo does part works and stuff, so I'm guessing this is a part work, maybe.
Don't know. You're not making it easy for us.
The blue parts, I'd say, if you could find a color match for that paint, you could put some styrene into those gaps.
Absolutely, what Hawks was saying earlier, in it, the styrene shims,
But paint match is going to be your main problem there.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do anything about the gold bits, though, really.
Yeah, chrome plating of any sort is
being really honest. There's no way to fill that gap. You can fill the blue bits, and like Dan says, you'd have to get an exact color match. Or if I don't know if it's a part work, but it's not a painted thing, I don't think. So it's just bare plastic, I'm guessing. So you could fill it, but you'd have to repaint all the blue parts. 'Cause
Hmm.
You can't just
At least then it'd be a consistent color. So
Same as with the gold in it. Could you use some of the AK metals or something like that? The real metal paints and things.
Yeah, I think you'd either have to do all of it or
Yeah.
none of it.
Absolutely.
But it also does look like it's sort of old and weathered and not meant to look pristine and new. So some of it you'll get away with
Yeah.
being damaged like that.
But the problem with any plating is there is absolutely no way in the universe to get the same finish in the plating.
mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
The only way to fix a gap in plating is to strip the plating off,
Yeah.
fix
Yep.
the gap, plate it.
I mean,
That's why I
on that-
stripped all my plating.
on
Yeah,
that
that's
gold,
right.
could he almost fill the seam and then go over it with something like Starship Fill, just to add like a dark shadow line along the edge, so it looks like the
Yeah,
edge
he's
of
still,
it's just getting caught with a bit of light to dark shade.
he's still not going to reproduce the gold though, because you're going to do all the sanding. Is going to take a
Oh
lot
no,
of
but
plating.
you're almost weathering it to lose the gold, just to get your eye away from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Still have that line of weathering where the design is.
Yeah.
I think when there's any plating involved, there really is nothing unless you've got access to the ability to replate it. There's
Mhm.
nothing you can do. This is the exact reason why I've never done the master grade or perfect grade Gundam Fennex Unicorn Fennex. I would love to do the plated Unicorn Fennex. I'm never doing it because it's all gold plated and there's no way to fix the things.
yeah.
That you could fill and
Yeah.
repaint the blue bits, but the gold bits, you don't think there's anything you can do unless you've got
Yeah.
access to somebody who can plate it for you.
But then you'd all have to take off all the blue bits before you can plate it. And
Yeah, and then repaint all the
and then
blue.
it's-
I mean, it would be
Yeah.
gorgeous,
Yeah,
but that's doubling the cost of the
you'd
kit
be
right
making
there.
it from scratch, basically.
Mhm.
I think with that, there's nothing you can do on that one.
Yeah.
Look,
Sorry, Hugo. I don't
this,
think
this,
there's
this
going
is
to be.
why, this is why whenever I build a kit that has any kind of plating, you'll hear it referred to as either plating or meki plating if it's a Japanese kit. You either have to strip the plating off or just not have a kit with plating in it, basically. But
Yeah, I think either way, it's going to either look like it's been repaired, but that might be something that you're going for because obviously
Yeah,
it's an
I mean,
older, an
I still
antique
lean
piece.
towards that emphasise the seam by dinking it and then putting in some filth or something to weather dents and cracks, and it looks like it's been mishandled somehow. You know, over
yeah,
the years.
I mean, that would work. But the only thing that would put me off that is it's a line all the way around the head. So you'd have this. You're replacing a line in the plating with a line.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it would still look like a seam.
Yeah,
So it was like, well, get away with that, but there's less difficulty. You're never going to reproduce the plated effect without actually plating it. You can't paint. It will never look as good. That's the downside, unfortunately.
unless you want to
But it's
strip it
not-
and repaint the whole thing, but then it's defeating the object, isn't it?
I mean, I can't actually tell if it's plastic plated or if it's actually metal. It's good plating if it is. If it's plastic,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like actual.
Judging by that first picture,
It's a bit
which I
like
should
Pichrome,
bring
doesn't
back,
Yeah.
that looks like there's metal bits on the inside of the head bit there.
Yeah, that is all silver inside, like it's die cast.
Yeah.
It does look like
Yeah,
brass, doesn't it?
probably it's like a cast metal that then you can screw the head onto and the face on and things like that. So the gold bits are probably metallic,
Yeah.
mostly.
Oh, Spruce Surgeon's in. Hello, mate. How you doing?
I would say for something that big, it looks pretty impressive just as it is. To be honest, I think it's the kind
It
of
does.
you kind of learn to think I can live with it on that because that's the nature of
Yeah.
it. And you don't know; it might be on the real.
Hugo says thanks a lot for the help. Anything we
might
can
be
do.
on the
to
real.
help,
All right, mate.
always gives us a shout. When I get a chance, I will approve you into the group as well, so you can keep us updated in there as to what's going on.
Yeah. It's,
Spruce Surgeon's saying, "How is everyone?" Yeah, we did that already. We're all fine, thank you.
dandy, mate.
How are you?
Thank you.
Yourself.
Lovely jubbly. I can't bugger all work tonight. You
I
guys
had
are
a
rubbish.
bunch of comments
Sorry,
on
sure.
the Diora.
Yeah, I'd be interesting to see how that Tutankhamun headdress comes out, though. I must admit.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
not seen that kit at
It's
all.
one of
That's
those. And
lovely.
you're sort of curious. I'll keep an eye on it. Keep us
Mhm.
posted on that one.
Yeah,
well-
I'll get you in the group. So if you make sure you
Yeah.
keep us updated on that, Hugo.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's I think I had a quick look at Hugo's stuff, and he seems to do a lot of part work. So I'm guessing it's a part
Yeah.
work.
It does look part worky.
Yeah,
So
the way
it
it's got
probably
the
is.
screw joints in
And
there. And,
he's also from Portugal, I believe. So again, it might be a part work that isn't available
oh,
in other places.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah.
I've seen it
The moment you
before.
see something that's big and not likely to be something they'd make a kit of, you know it's a part work. That's why I
he's
like
saying the
part work.
blue pieces came defective and smaller.
All right.
mm,
That's Paul DeSasso says, complain to the company. Yeah, if you get a
Get
part
it
work
again.
thing and it's not right, then complain
Yeah.
to it.
those
They
things
do
are
it-
not
they-
cheap.
So many hundreds of these kits and individual issues that something goes wrong somewhere along the line. But normally, if you just say, "Hey, I got sent this and it's not right," they'll send you out another
Yeah,
issue.
I had a couple of bits for the Rossi bike that I'm doing. The rest of it's stuck in Italy at the moment, but I had a couple of bits where they hadn't pre-drilled the holes and everything for the screws to go in.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll send." somebody
Hugo
around."
says the head and bottom is metal. Oh, there's a bottom as well, is there?
Not that kind of button.
That must be a
Spruce Goodness says
weighty-
it's First time here in a long time. He's been away from a lot of groups, starting to get back involved. You're more than
Yeah.
welcome.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
get the mojo back and get yourself
Yeah.
building, Rush.
Mojo. Colin, I can't wait for you to do that Kshatriya, you know.
Eh?
I really can't wait for you to do that Kshatriya.
Is that a subtle hint? Is it?
You're going to have
No,
to
I'm
wait.
saying
'Cause he's not doing it
I
yet.
really can't wait. Have you
Yeah,
built
I
it
must
yet?
admit, I'm really looking forward to doing it, mate. If I'm honest, because you know it was a throwaway comment, wasn't it, in the E-model stream? Box, I'll have to choose me a Gundam, and he was like, "Ting straight in."
Yeah, by the we've even finished the sentence. I was posting a link in the Facebook chat.
Oh, mate, you know me better than I know myself, mate. And
Yeah.
it's inspired. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. I might actually start that as my next video build.
Nice.
Ooh.
Start-
Awesome.
start it now.
Looking forward to it.
When you finish it, go and start it. Go on, go on.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. I've got 6 builds on the go at the moment.
If you've got 6 on the go, then 7's almost exactly the same.
Yeah, I know
Big
what
number.
you're saying, and you're tempting me because it's literally just.
And it's
you
a
got-
snap together.
I've got to word this really carefully, aren't I? But I'm touching the box.
Thing is,
If
got 6 on the go. What's one
starting
more?
the second one is a big thing. But if you've got 6 on the go, then starting the 7th is nothing. Is it?
Yeah, I tend to have a lot of kits in different stages for
Mhm.
obvious reasons. In case I can't do something on one, I do something on another. So I like to have
Just snip
And
some
do-
of the
do-
parts free.
yeah
and-
different levels of different difficulty, so to speak. Yeah.
Do keep in mind, Col, as well, that that Kshatriya kit, when you finished it, a Baneblade is only twice the price.
God, he's
No.
good, isn't he? I've got a Bane blade in me drawer with that booster blaster in, I but
That's
it's
the
about
little-
that big.
Yeah, but that's
That big.
little bitty.
Fucking
I'm not
brain
ready
right.
to get in
It's
a blade. I'm not
adorable.
doing a
The thing
blade
is,
blade.
if I get a Bane blade, he'll want me to walkerfy it to hell, won't you? Because I've got all them greebles
No.
in I that I teased you with yesterday.
Oh no,
You've
you're
got-
putting all those on your at.
I hate to tell you this. I probably shouldn't tell Colin this, but there is a valid thing for orcifying vehicles in Warhammer because they're captured vehicles. So orcs
Oh,
do
right.
capture vehicles and do them up. So orc Baneblade is absolutely valid.
You shouldn't have told me that because you know what's going to happen now. Then.
Ian
Mate, that
Thompson's asked
AT-AT
if
that
Gundam's
Cole
get a
sent me is a good 1.5 to 2 foot tall. It's massive.
Oh yeah.
And Mayhem says it could be a cat Kshatriya.
Hey!
Oh,
Oh,
someone has kind of inadvertently hit on the theme there. So yeah.
ah.
Oh,
The theme is proteins. He's making a large model of a protein.
But no, on a serious note, I must admit, I'm looking forward to doing it, and there may be more Gundams added to it in time.
They are
Ooh.
so much fun, man.
Really,
Can I
hasn't done one yet, and he's now jumping all over them.
Yeah,
Did I just hear those words on the internet that there may be more Gundams?
it's been
Mm.
recorded.
Yeah, I mean, I did the GM Sniper, didn't I, quite a while ago?
This is
because,
correct.
again, someone may have pestered me to do a Gundam
Yeah.
box.
Although
And I did that one, and
That's
yeah,
one I've wanted.
I should point out though, Kshatriya is not a Gundam; it's a mobile suit.
They're the same, aren't they?
have you
No.
just rivet counted me on a what
I've
if?
just rivet
thing?
counted you.
They're the same. it's
Yeah,
fine.
basically.
Yeah.
Just
Is a
when I gave it
Gundam's
the
one that
opportunity.
people get into?
Hey, what?
Gundam's
I
one
thought-
that has a pilot.
Yeah,
Yeah, a Gundam is a mobile suit, but a mobile suit is not necessarily a Gundam.
Okay.
It's like it came from a specific type of manufacture
Yeah.
process.
It's like
Pacific Rim, isn't it? With them big old machines that the blokes got into. Is it similar
Yeah.
to that?
Yeah, Except
It's
for
like-
Gundams are like a quarter of the size.
Well, I
Yeah.
did my GM Sniper as a urban digital camo wrap, and then the irony hit
Oh.
me that it was a 60-foot object. So what was the point of doing urban camo?
Oh,
It came up all right. So,
there's a whole series set in the jungle, and all the mobile suits are painted camouflage and jungle colour, but they're all like 20 meters high.
Above the tree.
yeah, I thought, well, where it's going to live on the same shelf as the cat, isn't it? So it needs to perhaps go along a similar theme, but
Mhm.
there might be additions going on it as well.
Keep in
Yeah,
mind, I don't want
Scale
to.
as well, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I was about to say I don't want to blow your mind, but you know your cat's 1/144th, so that
No, my cat's 1/100th, mate. The
Ah,
I
no,
did
the one you
three
did three
models
models was
was
144.
144.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, what? Oh yeah, no,
The-
yeah.
Yeah, the different one.
The one
Oh
I built
right.
3 models was 144 scale, but the one I
Oh.
built for me is the old AMT Ertl kit, which
Oh,
is
right.
100th scale.
Right, it's easy. Next time you go
Well,
E-models, swap
just-
them over. They won't know.
How big's the Gundam? What scale's that, though?
1/144th.
That'll be why you said 144th, mate, wouldn't it?
But there are many, many 1/100th Gundams.
Carl, turn
So-
your hearing aid up, mate.
Someone did say something about 100 scale. They said that Paul Tfasso says there's a third-party Kshatriya that is 100 scale.
Yeah, it's a resin kit, and it weighs about the size of a car. It weighs about the size. That's not real weight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark, I am living off the fame of that AT kit, mate, because people liked it, mate. Sorry it's not to your approval. Really? Yeah.
Richard Rao says Lewis needs to do more diamond art.
Yes.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Spid says it's a robot in disguise mobile transmorpher suit.
Oh, shut up.
Transmorpher.
I had an email. I had an email the other day from a retailer saying, "Hey, do you want to do some collaboration stuff?" I've not heard back from them. So I looked up their stuff, and there was like some D&D stuff and bits and bobs. But one of the stuff they were saying, these are like tabletop miniatures and stuff. And one of the things was like Transformers miniatures, and I'm like, I can just see it now. They just send me a box of stuff to play with and review on that video, and it'd be like Transformers, and I'm never going to live it down.
I was about to say to Dan that you can actually get WizKids are actually doing
Yeah.
pre-prime Transformers figures.
I
Like
saw
mini-
Dr. Faust doing
Yeah.
Earthsea.
I really want to get Soundwave because Soundwave is awesome, and a Starstream. I'm going to pay up as Skywalk.
I'd like to get some of those too. That'd
Yeah,
be
same.
fun.
I think it might be. I seen him on Tritex Games. I think it is, which is where I get a lot of my D&D stuff from.
Hey, George is in. Hey, George.
Hey, dude.
Hey, George.
I know that was
How many
kind of
people
all over
today? He
the
says, "What you mean, watching or here or both?" Because there's quite a few watching today as well.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to trample all over the Transformers conversation there, but I was. And I keep having to not say Transmorphers.
You
Yeah.
can say Transformers if you like. It's fine. Steve says Lewis needs to watch more pop culture film and TV so it can be part of conversations.
Wish I had time to watch more.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of like being in the room with Bones, but less glamorous.
So yeah, everyone's saying
Love you,
"Oh,
really, Lewis. We're only taking the mickey. 'cause we love you.
option time
I
as
know.
well. So it's coming just at the right time to finish and rewind and watch from the beginning again.
Yeah, but
Excellent.
I'm
So,
huge enough to
I've
do
got to-
that.
I've got to tell you guys something, by the way. You know, like hanging out with you guys all the time, like Colin and Chris and all the other guys. Our normal way of behaviour, like the Boom Up moderators and stuff, and other guys, our normal mode of behaviour is to just take the mickey out of each other mercilessly all the time.
Absolutely.
But that comes at a price, because I start doing that in real life to people I know in real life who are part of that culture.
Yeah.
And now everybody just thinks I'm this really sarky git.
Yeah, but
No,
we do it, and everyone thinks we're having a dig. But that's the thing with a written comment. You know, it's like Mark was
can't
having a
tell
joke with
tone
me.
or
You
anything
know,
else.
but when you see it written, you go, "Ooh," you know.
Yeah.
but Bob's
yeah.
got that to his postman now, and
Oh, we're terrible, mate. But yeah, if people was to see some of the things we put in Messenger, they'd think, "How on earth can they do a Monday show together?"
It's like, a guy turns up delivering me dinner. He's like, "There you go, mate." No, you suck. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
Well, my plan is when Fox when we can eventually play games and go to Goblin and
Oh,
play
gosh,
games.
yes.
with Warhammer,
Oh, I've got 30 deathcore dudes.
right? My plan is if he gets too sarky, I'll just take away the cakes. That's all I'm going. It's like these are coming back with me now. These
Yeah,
are no
but I
longer
can't-
yours. I'm just going to take all the
Yeah.
cakes.
Yeah, but I can't do cakes. I can't do cakes
You
anymore.
can't eat them anymore.
Just
My
go
teeth-
Look at them and smell them.
Oh,
You,
So I'll
yeah,
just
we can taste, you can smell them. I'll
so
bring
I'd have to be happy when you took them away, but I'd also be sad at the same time.
All them stroop waffles you can't have, eh?
I know. Oh.
Yeah.
Although
I
I've
will-
oh, talking of all them do you know them deathcore dudes I got?
Yeah.
I don't chuff 'cause I thought I've just gone from no deathcore to like 30 deathcore dudes, and I thought I had one squad firing and 2 squads advancing. I have sort of, but the 2 squads advancing I bought off eBay, they haven't got the 2 guys with flamethrowers. They're just all infantry. So I'm like, oh. So I've now got
Could
to
they have missing them all?
I've now got to somehow
So-
find 2 more deathcore that I can put some like bog
Mod 'em.
standard Canadian flamethrower dudes on arms on. Me and I know what we're talking
Big
about.
hamsters don't have all the cakes.
was it last week during half time? I had to make 4 or 5 Biscoff drip cakes. I was at my wits end. I was like, I'm so sick of these now. I have to do like two at work a week, so I had to do like essentially 6. I was like, I am so sick of this cake. I am done with this cake for the week. Oh, boss was like, Adam, can you do a drip cake? I'm like, no, I'm not doing one. Like, well, we need no. This is my boss. I'm like, not a chance. I've done 6 now. That's it. I'm out of Biscoff. No more Biscoff. Biscoff is off the menu for a week. Like, no.
No Biscoff on the menu. No.
I did do that that pumpkin spice latte cake, which proved to be quite a seller, which I was surprised about.
What you need to do, like when you're in that situation, is adopt like a real shouty Eastern European accent and have lots of cleavers around you, and people will just let you do whatever the hell you want. if
You want
you're
to
in
go running out in the restaurant like Leatherman.
if you're in like that situation, or if you're a cook or a chef, just be like, "No, we not make this now. No." I'm like, okay, we're not doing it.
I'm going to do that next time service ends and someone orders just before service. I'm going to do that, and you're like, "No, we no longer do this."
Not in this picture. No, no. Basically, go and watch some footage from Medal of Honor Frontline with the German chef, the German cook. They just do that.
I was meaning to Google that. Yes.
Throw cleavers at people. They always puts them off. They always give you what you want.
Ostrich is here. I will eat all cakes at all times.
Ostrich 90 billion.
Ostrich 9 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that yesterday when Ostrich is in. It's like, oh, Ted's in.
It's just far too easy.
Poor Osric.
Who's farty? What?
Who
I've run
what?
out of coffee.
Oh, you're the one who had the cabbage.
I had many cabbage. tonight. Cabbage was delicious. I had many cabbage.
Right, that would do us for this evening, actually. Even
That would
because
taste
it's been longer than normal, so I think everyone's bored with us by now. So, although it's been lovely having you all here.
Well, it's not like we're here for them.
My water
I
tastes
should-
like swimming pool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fox.
My
Is that
water
your-
tastes like swimming pool.
Back with yeah.
Are you drinking your
I
pink
shall
water?
remove you from the screen one at a time,
Yeah.
but say feel free to hang around in the background. When I've gone off air, we'll come back in, and I'll probably disappear very shortly. But you can hang out and chat with each other if you like for a little while, or not. If you want to go, you can go. That's all. Point free. You've done the important stuff with the online stuff now, so that's it. I shall remove you in no apparent order. I'll just let the mouse land where it lays, and we'll get rid of somebody. It looks like Lewis first, actually. It's been very quiet, so it's fair enough. Thank you for joining me, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis.
Thank you.
See you
Hi,
later.
Lewis.
My
See you
name is
later.
And then Dan's there as well. So thank you for coming along.
Like the
Yeah,
adventure
thanks for
game.
having me.
Hi, Dan.
Take care, Dan. Pleasure to meet you, mate.
Then we've got who's it down there? We have the not a mimic, definitely not a mimic. That's
No,
Adam.
not
Thank
at
you very much.
all. Ladies.
See you soon.
Ciao.
And then we have Fox. Still not
No.
Dave. Still not Dave. Still not.
No.
How many times can you put "still" in a word before it becomes still not Dave?
Still not Dave, not a tumor. Come
Don't
on.
encourage him because he'll do that Monday. It'll just be the thirst.
Yeah.
Still not
No,
Dave.
he won't mess around on Monday. He'll be more serious and not on the dental fumes at all. So it'll be
Good
all
news
right.
for you. There is no serious.
So thank you,
Come
Fox.
on.
See you soon.
Bye.
And Colin, thank you for coming in.
No
we'll
problem,
see
Chris.
you-
Glad to join you and thanks for the company, mate. Take care, buddy,
problem.
and good night to everyone in the chat and stay safe.
I clicked the button and it didn't remove you. They obviously don't want you to go. I'll try
Oh.
again. Hang about. See you, Colin. And then there was me. Right, it's apparently still Thursday. So I'm on this Sunday. Sunday is my night for the Warhamster, so I shall be here from 8 p.m. Doing that. Before then, I don't know. I might pop up at some point during the next few days doing something either here or playing a game, either here or on the Team Inept channel. So make sure you like and subscribe to make sure you're notified of any imminent video postings of mine. Other people obviously doing stuff throughout the week. It comes to where are we today? Thursday. Friday there's stuff. There's Fox doing his game Fallout thing. Then there's Nat doing Diamond Art, I believe, in the evening time. Saturday is everybody and stuff and things, and Sunday starts off with Colin. I assume Colin and Dave. It might be Colin and Fox, but it's probably Colin and Dave again. And then Fox, and then I say me later on in the evening time. Monday is E-Models, so back with that. And then we're back into next week, where on Wednesday I shall be making some more origami this week. I shall be folding some paper and making it look like spaceships, apparently. So thank you all for coming along. It's been fun this evening. It's been longer than normal, but, you know, with more people in, it's easier to make the shows last longer. So thank you all for watching. I shall see you soon. Stay safe, wash your hands, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.